Hey, I'm Scott Helman and I'm digging in my crates with cool accidents. I picked this record because I found this in one of my favorite record shops in Toronto, which is called Cops Records, and they have these old Japanese versions of records, and I thought this one was rad because, I don't know, I always think of Bruce Springsteen as like the quintessential American artist, and I thought it was just weird to have a Japanese pressing. I also think this is a perfect album. I love absolutely every song on it, and it really influenced the way I thought about music and how storytelling works in music, especially with music. So, I mean, like with actual music and not lyrics. So it's a very special record to me, and I think it's fucking weird that it's in Japanese. I'm gonna have to pick this one. I picked a couple, but I think this would be, if I were to have to say my top three right now, like they change obviously, but this album just totally changed the way that I thought about records, and I kind of got into the Flaming Lips when I was in high school, and then I got to see them at a big amphitheater in Toronto, and some security guard gave me and my friends front row tickets. Like, he just walked by and was like, "You guys want wristbands?" So we were like front and center, and it was by far the best show one of the best shows I've ever seen, if not the best show. And I just think they're just such a weird fucking band. And like, remember seeing that She Don't Use Jelly video, and like the fucking guy has pink hair, and it's just such a weird song. So anyways, this record is super beautiful. It's really weird. I like the metaphors in it, and I think that the artwork is super cool, and yeah, it just influenced me a lot when I thought about like how like what the limit of creativity was when making an album. So this album is fucking incredible. First of all, I'm Jewish, and a lot of this record talks about being Jewish, which is weird, but it's just such a great, beautiful record, and I love especially like how it's track listed. I just really love this album. Also, the artwork is super cool. There was like a artwork sheet in here. Yeah. I'm a big fan of like illustrations and small doodles and stuff like that, and I just loved, like, when I got this record, how it came with this big blowout sheet, which I thought was super cool. Yeah, I like the messages that it's dealing with. I like the idea of like dealing with impermanence and like finding your place in the world, and like weighing culture versus like, you know, I guess individualism and stuff like that. I just think it's a great album. So this was fuck, I gotta put it back together. It's also just one of those records that's like, fuck that, I'm not gonna do that now. It's also just kind of one of those records for me that was like, not necessarily, like, sort of interpretable. Like, I feel like sometimes I can listen to that record, especially for a band like Vampire Weekend. I feel like I can listen to that record sometimes, and it's either like I can just enjoy it and it's such a pleasant thing to listen to, or I can really like think about what he's saying and think about the metaphors that are being used, and it sort of like depends for me how I listen to it. So I think that's really cool. And I think in an age where music is so like centered and like, I guess over, it's like almost way too deliberate, I find that record is such a breath of fresh air. It almost reminds me of like the Grateful Dead or something more meandering, and I think that that's just a special thing to have in like this time of music. So I was really pleasantly surprised by that album, and I just really like when my favorite bands take chances, and I feel like that record did, so I'm fucking into it. Alright, my last album. This fucking album is crazy good. And also, what is that album cover, dude? I probably pulled this out. I think I've done one of these before and literally pulled this record out, but I think this record is so rad. I think this band is so weird, and it reminds me of like the feeling in high school when you find that thing you love and like nobody else knows about it, and you just like I don't know, it feels like the person speaking just to you because it's like your thing. And this band was that for me. Like, I don't know why or what about it connected with me, but it just, I felt like a shithead when I was in high school, and this album like helped reinforce that feeling for me. So this album is a must for me, and I play it when I want to feel like a shithead, which is a lot, so that's a great record. I have Frank Sinatra's Greatest Hits on right now, which is lovely. Oh fuck, I always do that. So does this. That's really it. I don't know what else to say, except for have a great day. I hope you're keeping safe. Much love, and thanks for watching.